All right, today I wanted to talk about Hotel California solo. Um, just a little bit of the beginning and stuff like that. I don't know who's going to come up and see what I'm doing. It's the first time that I've done the videos live, so I think this is about my third one now. I kind of don't mind it because people could ask me questions and stuff too. Nobody's here right now, and that's okay. I wait for some people to come on, see if anybody comes up. And yeah, so lots to talk about when we're talking about the solo for Hotel California. We get this cool slide. Actually sliding in from fret 7. Then we get a hammer. Someone's here. Right on. So yeah, good solo for the young guys to try and get through. I learned this later on in life, but I mean, if someone had showed me this at 9 years old, I would have been all over it. The solo for Hotel California is great. Good for getting some dexterity and a lot of good pick exercises with it. But anyways, we're starting with finger 2 on fret 7, string 3, and we're going to hit it and slide to fret 11. So we try to get good at that first, say. Now what some people would do is sweep down to that string, so they would use the palm of their hand and make sure these top strings sound like they're not really working. They don't sound like that. Most of the time when I play it, I try to just hit the single string, and then I'll sweep down for the bend. Because now my thumb is actually muting out all the strings, and then you get this. Notice how my thumb had to come around, so any of my students who are watching, I always say, don't hold your hand like that. Well, when we first start learning, we're going to learn to make sure it's right this way. And when we start doing solos and that, we have to do different things. So it's all kinds of different dexterity to learn with your left hand. But yeah, so we're here. And then we try to come back down and then hammer. So we go back to finger 1. When I come up to the slide, I'm bringing finger 1 down to string 2, fret 10. So that's a pretty good exercise to work on, just sliding in. Try to keep that bend ringing. That's the hard part. You got to have 3 fingers to bend string 2 up on fret 12 with finger 3. This is on 11. This is on 10. And I'm trying to bend up so my finger hits string 4. That's a lot of work. I don't know. Is Austin watching this, Lauren? I don't know. I just started teaching Jack it too. So we get the slide, then we get a bend up, then we come down. Try to keep the note ringing. It's hard. But if you keep the tip of your finger on the string when you're coming up and down, I don't even really have to hit the string. So we can always get sound out of our strings. Nice. Way to go, Austin. Yeah, so all 3 fingers. And the hard part when I first got this young was keeping that note ringing. So I would practice things like that and try to not to get any other strings ringing. It's pretty hard to do when you come down and that string 3 is above, because you're going to come down and it's going to ring a bit. That's why I sweep down. One of the hardest tricks to get when you're young, because your thumb has to come all the way around. Thanks, Austin. So that's tricky because I'm bending up, sweeping down. That's tough. But if you wanted to take a minute and try it, Put your finger 2 on string 3 fret 5 and slide to 11. Try to get that good a few times. You might have to go slow at first. If anybody else is watching, let me know. I don't know who's all watching. It says like I got people here. It says 4, but I think it could be Romar and it could be Jack. Let's see. Text me something, guys. Let me know if there's anything you want to know about this solo. So very cool to kind of, and don't forget, like, this is a lot of work on your fingers. You're bending up steel, right? This is a piece of steel that these fingers have to literally bend all the way up to that. Then we come down and we go to fret 9. And Romar, I was showing you this already, so while you're waiting for me to get to the next part, keep practicing it and get good at it. Get your hands stronger. So practice your slide. Maybe a lot slower. I've done that a lot in the past 20 years. So you might, when I first started, it was more like, right? And then trying to bring it down and keep it ringing. It's always good to try to get sounds like that. And you can see that my thumb is doing things that I told you guys not to do. But we're doing solos now. We're not playing open chords. Open chords, you want to keep your wrist down, right? And just move fingers. You start doing solos and I do a bend, I got to get a lot of strength in there. My palms grabbing the back of the guitar, my thumbs around the front. When I first tried this, I got a lot of noise. It was like, so I realized, okay, I got to get my thumb to block out those strings. And then a nice, cool trick to try to practice is sweeping down like this. I don't think I taught you that, Romar, how to sweep and using your thumb and bringing your hand. So that's another skill there. Takes a bit to get. Okay, so is there any questions so far? Or would you like me to move on? Let's see. Now I'm going to get a hammer when I come back down. But I'm going to take finger 3 off, but keep it there and ready. Pick string 2 and hammer. Might want to practice that where you keep that finger there and you hammer down on this one. Excuse me. So the whole thing from there would be going to 9. Now, if you haven't heard the song, play it for them because it's a great song. Then we come back to fret 7, and I'm pressing on strings 3 and 2 with finger 1. Believe it or not, this finger, the tip of it, is pushing down on 3 and 2. And I'm going to pick string 3 and hammer down on string 3 and fret 9. Then I'm going to pick string 2 on an up pick. So a good exercise for that is doing things like... Try to get it clean and fast. So, that's my fastest speed without messing it up. See, I start getting... So, I could work that for hours and get really good at it. Sometimes what I'll do is use my finger, then I can get really fast. So I'll just pick the 3rd string, and I'll use my finger for the 2nd. Yeah, if I worked it more, I could get it faster. If you you see my finger grabbing too there. The Eagles are great band. Joe Walsh was amazing on guitar, just so creative. They're all amazing. Singers too. Good harmonies, everything. Yeah, so that's kind of the idea so far. Sliding in, trying to get that bend's the tough part. Coming back to fret 9 on string 3. Moving down to fret 7, barring 3 and 2, picking string 3, hammering to fret 9, picking string 2 on an up after that, picking down on 3, and then grabbing string 4 with finger 2 on fret 8. So one time he does all of these. The second time he just hammers to here. And that's the end up to there. Then there's another cool riff after that. All right, so we get the slide. Now I'm going to use that same idea, but I'm going to get this. So there I'm hammering on the fret 7 to fret 9 on string 3, picking string 3 and hammering, then picking string 2 on an up, and going with string 3 on fret 9, not string 3, sorry, string 4 on fret 9, back to 7, back to 9. So you get this. Pretty cool all the way up to there. Good bends on that part when we get this. So here I'm bending up string 2 on fret 10, and then I'm grabbing the bottom string, string 1 on fret 10 on an up pick, and coming back, pulling to fret 8, then back to 10, and then going to 9. Pretty cool stuff. By the way, this is in B minor and B harmonic minor. So when you're hearing this F sharp, that's because he's on the F sharp chord. So the solo would start off, the guy's playing the B minor. And then you need to hear that A sharp for this. All right, the next part after that, still working towards, this is a long solo, so I like to take my time with it. There's lots to talk about in it. So far we got... That was the next part where we got this. First I had to pull finger 3 back to 1. Right, all the way there. I love the vibrato at the end. It's like a song by Jimi Hendrix. I think it was Foxy Lady did something like, what was it? I can't remember it. I'm too caught up in Hotel California. But Yeah, I'm trying to remember the idea in the beginning of the song where he went. So you can finally hear the wood. Look at on there. Hey, someone else came on board. All right. So yeah, we're working on the Hotel California solo, and we're sliding from. So you guys know all this stuff already. I'm going to recap it just one more time, and we'll go to the next part. Sliding from 7 to 11, bending 12 up, hammering from 10 to 12, going to 9. And then we're going to go back here to fret 7 on string 3 with finger 1 and get. Then again. Now again. Now I'm going to come all the way down here to string 2, fret 10. Now I'm going to bar fret 7. It's a tough one to get to. So we got to pick 1 and 2. Pretty cool so far. Hey, Jack. All right. Glad you guys can make it. Very cool. Yeah, I love doing guitar online. It's great. It's a lot of fun. We can talk about a lot of stuff. I don't have to edit videos and do all this extra work. You guys can ask me questions while you're here. So feel free to ask me anything if you're trying it and it's not working. I can help you. Because I've gone through all the problems and hard things. But this kind of song here would be tough for somebody who's just starting out, young. Hard on the fingers. You got to build strength in your hand. So yeah, it's nice to see that you guys are starting it young and developing young. Anybody who starts like in their 20s, they're 20 years behind now. So all the theory and all the other things that come into play, like I'm 53 and still learning lots. So don't ever think there's an end to it, and start as young as you can so that when you hit your 19s and 20s, you can be really good on your craft and people will really appreciate it a lot. They'll appreciate it a lot. So yeah. Hey, Jonah, how are you? Who else do we have here? We got, I can't see very well. I'm going to put my screen back up a bit better. Hey, Jack. We got Sent. I don't know who this person is. Sent Nugget. Hi. I'll say hello. Romar, hello. So, okay, so very cool. Lots of things we can work on just with one solo. Bends and everything. You could sit there, when we came up to this part in the solo, and we did. I mean, you could sit there for at least 20 minutes trying to get that to sound good. You got to bend up, pick the bottom string, pick string 2 again, pull finger 3 back to finger 1 on fret 8, come back to fret 10 with finger 3, and then back to 9. There's more. Well, the whole solo is quite a bit. It's like. Yeah, and it's still more after that, Jack. So there's lots, yes? And it teaches you a lot of cool tricks that we can use in other solos. So I don't think it's something we have to finish like right away. When I was young and starting out, these projects were a couple months for me. It wasn't something that I just thought, I'm going to learn it today and be done with it, I'd have to spend a long time. I'd work on like the first stuff I gave you for a week, constantly, like. Any questions, guys, on anything? Is there something you want to know while I'm here? Or I'm going to stick here till about 7:30 and then I'm going to leave. But I like seeing everybody coming on and participating. It's really great. I wish we had more live people coming on. So any questions on any of that stuff? I don't know. Anybody got any questions? No? All right. So if we're getting to that point here where we got the... Now we got a bar strings 1 and 2 on fret 7 with finger 1. And the hard part's getting 3 up here and being able to bend. See how my hand had to change? I'm like this. Now I have to get like this. As I'm bending up, my wrist tends to, I'm kind of exaggerating it a bit so you guys can see, but I think that's a lot for you guys for, already 1 week. So you can always come back and check it out now if you forgot anything. The other cool thing is practice your blues scale, the B blues scale here, fret 7. Get good at going down and up and at a good speed with a metronome, and down and up picking. Now I'm getting sloppy, so now I'm getting faster than what my pick and hand can time perfectly together. So I'd have to work at that speed a bit more, but that would be the idea. And some cool things you can think about when you practice scales, we could count in 6s. I really like counting in 6s because if we do this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we start here and go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A little bit better with my right hand. And then we can work on a metronome because now we can't really count that fast. Once it gets really, really fast, we have to have a metronome letting us know we're playing in time. So I hope this lesson helps you guys out a little bit with the start of that solo. It's a long one, but something cool to try to incorporate with your scales, because after you can do things like... So I mean, if you're working in B minor, and then we went to like a cool B minor track. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if you guys can even see me. Oh, no, now I've lost you guys, so I can't do it. I don't think I can play another track while I'm live. I don't know. I haven't tried it. But anyways, I'm going to leave you guys with all that. Thank you for coming on and checking out this live at TJ's Easy Guitar tutorial on Hotel California, the beginning solo. All the best, guys. Try it lots, work it lots. It'll get your fingers stronger to do other things. Have a great week, and hopefully we will work on this again next week, and you guys will hopefully have gone through your stuff, and we'll see you then. All right, bye for now.